When I say choose relationships and not attachments, I'm telling you to stop confusing someone's presence with their purpose. There are people in your life right now who are close to you but not connected to you. They're around you but they're not for you. A real relationship should build you, stretch you, challenge you, push you, call you out, pull you up, and bring something out of you that you didn't even know existed. But in attachment, an attachment will do the complete opposite. It will keep you comfortable, keep you predictable, keep you small, keep you quiet, keep you doubting who you are and what you're capable of becoming. Some of you are suffering right now because you're holding on to someone who was only meant to teach you, not travel with you. You got so attached to the feeling of having someone there that you never asked if that person was actually good for your future. And that's the dangerous part. Attachments feel good. Attachments feel familiar. Attachments feel easy. They don't demand growth. They don't demand accountability. They don't demand you show up as your highest self. But real relationships, they demand everything because they bring out everything. You've got dreams that require discipline, goals that require hunger, and a calling that requires clarity. But you keep attaching yourself to people who don't grow you, and you wonder why you're tired all the time. You wonder why your motivation is inconsistent. You wonder why you can't focus. It's because you're emotionally overdrawn. You're spiritually bankrupt. You're pouring into people who were never designed to pour back into you. And until you choose a relationship that is mutual energy, mutual respect, mutual growth, you're going to keep falling short of your potential. A relationship is built. That means it's intentional, consistent, and mutual. You don't have to beg, chase, force, or convince. You don't have to shrink yourself. You don't have to pretend. You don't have to tolerate disrespect. Attachments demand sacrifice of your peace, your identity, and your elevation. Relationships help you rise. Attachments hold you hostage. Relationships remind you who you are. Attachments make you forget. Some of you have mistaken attachment for loyalty. You think staying means strength. Let me tell you something. Sometimes leaving is the strongest thing you'll ever do. You're not losing a person. You're gaining yourself again, and once you gain yourself, you gain your focus, your grind, your peace, your joy, your greatness. Choose the people who speak life into you, not the ones who drain it from you. Choose the ones who make you better, not the ones who make you smaller. Choose alignment over attachment, because at the end of the day, the wrong attachment can cost you your destiny. But the right relationship can unlock it. And when you finally choose right, your whole life changes. Sometimes you stay connected to people not because they help you grow, but because that attachment makes you feel safe. It's familiar, it's comfortable, and that comfort tricks you into believing it's love or loyalty or destiny. But the truth is, some attachments are nothing more than emotional anchors, heavy, dragging, and keeping you stuck in the same place year after year. You convince yourself that holding on makes you strong, but sometimes letting go is the real evidence of strength. And you know what hurts the most. It's realizing that someone you cared for, someone you poured into, somebody you believed in, was never meant to journey with you to the next chapter. They were only meant for a page, not the whole book. But you kept forcing them into the storyline, and now the story is suffering. I need you to understand something. Relationships require intention. Attachments require nothing but your fear. Fear of being alone, fear of starting over, fear of not finding better. But relationships, real, healthy relationships, elevate you, stretch you, sharpen you, challenge you. They don't drain your energy, they expand your capacity. They don't make you question your worth, they remind you of it daily. When you choose relationships, you choose alignment, support, truth, and purpose. When you choose attachments, you choose emotions that change every minute, expectations that break you, and cycles that never end. And a lot of people confuse history with destiny. Just because someone has been in your life a long time doesn't mean they still belong there. Length of time does not equal quality of connection. Some people walked with you when you were broken, when you were insecure, when you didn't know who you were. And now that you're healing, now that you're growing, now that you're building a better version of yourself, they no longer fit. That's not betrayal, that's evolution. You can't hold on to every chapter of your past and expect your future to look different. Listen closely. If someone requires you to shrink so they can stay comfortable, that's not a relationship, that's an attachment. If someone shows up only when they need something, that's not connection, that's convenience. If someone applauds your struggle but gets silent when you start winning, that's not support, that's insecurity. And you owe it to yourself to stop calling these dynamics love. Love grows, love builds. Love pushes you higher, not holds you hostage. You've got too much purpose in you to let the wrong connections sabotage your future. You've got too much potential to stay tied to people who benefit from the version of you that's afraid to grow. And the moment you start choosing relationships over attachments, doors will open, clarity will come, and peace will finally feel reachable. Because you weren't created to survive through connections that suffocate you. You were created to thrive in relationships that remind you of who you are and who you're becoming. Choose relationships, release attachments, and watch your life shift. You've got to understand something most people never slow down long enough to recognize. Attachment drains you, but real relationships grow you. There's a difference between somebody who's connected to your destiny and somebody who's just connected to your comfort. And a lot of people stay stuck for years because they keep choosing comfort over calling. They keep choosing familiar over future. They keep choosing people who make them feel safe, not people who make them become strong. Attachment shows up real quiet. It doesn't announce itself. It just sits there tugging at you, whispering, don't change, don't grow, don't leave, don't elevate. It convinces you that staying the same is loyalty, but loyalty to your limits is still a cage, and some of you have built your whole life around people who shrink your vision rather than sharpen it. But a relationship, a real one, isn't threatened by your growth. It's fueled by it. A relationship doesn't get intimidated when you rise. It gets inspired. A relationship doesn't hold you to who you used to be. It pushes you toward who you're supposed to become. When you're connected to the right people, you feel it. You wake up different. You walk different. They don't let you play small. They don't clap for your excuses. They don't accept the version of you that's surviving. They demand the version of you that's thriving. They see the greatness in you even on days you can't see it yourself. Think about it. Attachment says, don't outgrow me. But relationship says, let's grow together. Attachment says, if you change, I lose you. But relationship says, if you grow, we win. Attachment keeps you emotionally dependent, mentally exhausted, spiritually stuck. But relationship, healthy, aligned, purpose-driven relationship builds you, strengthens you, elevates you. And you've got to stop confusing history with destiny. Just because you've known someone for years doesn't mean they're meant to walk with you into the next one. Some people helped you survive, but they can't help you succeed. Some people were right for a season, but wrong for a lifetime. Some people were perfect for the chapter you just closed, but have no place in the one you're writing now. And you've got to be courageous enough to tell yourself the truth. Who in your life is draining you and who is developing you? Who keeps you stagnant and who keeps you sharp? Who only wants access to the easy parts of you, and who can handle the disciplined, focused, growing version of you. When you finally decide to break attachment, you free up your hands to hold what's meant for you. You free up your energy to pursue what elevates you. You free up your heart to receive the kind of relationships that push you, stretch you, challenge you, and ultimately transform you. Stop settling for connections that keep you stuck when you were built for connections that help you soar. Because the moment you choose growth over comfort, that's the moment you choose your future over your fear. And that's when everything finally changes. You've got to understand something important. Most people don't struggle because they're incapable of loving others. They struggle because they've never learned how to choose the right kind of love. There is a huge difference between a relationship that builds you and an attachment that drains you. Attachments cling to you, hold on to you, and pull you down when you're trying to rise. But real relationships, they challenge you, stretch you, sharpen you, and help you grow into the person you were meant to be. And a lot of us are carrying bonds that are comfortable but not healthy, familiar but not fruitful. We stay connected because it feels safe, even if it's suffocating us. Sometimes the thing you keep holding on to is exactly what's stopping you from becoming who you want to be. You can't elevate if you're tied to something or someone who refuses to rise. And that's the thing about attachments. They don't care about your purpose, your dreams, your character, or your growth. They just want something from you. They want your time, your energy, your attention, your presence, but they don't give anything back. They take and take and take until you have nothing left for yourself. But relationships, true relationships, are built on mutual elevation. You pour into them and they pour back. You're not walking alone. You're not dragging someone or being dragged. You're moving together, step for step, breath for breath, vision for vision. You start winning differently when you surround yourself with people who want to see you win. And sometimes that means you've got to let go of attachments that feel good but do you no good. You can't fall in love with potential that never matures. You can't stay tied to people who don't value growth. You can't keep letting someone's inconsistency interrupt your destiny. When you choose relationships, you choose accountability, you choose honesty, you choose connection that pushes you to be better every single day. But when you choose attachments, you choose cycles. You choose emotional instability. You choose stalled progress masked as comfort. You deserve people who can love you without limiting you. You deserve to be surrounded by those who celebrate your evolution instead of being intimidated by it. You deserve to be around people who don't need you broken in order for them to feel whole. Attachments demand that you stay small so they can stay comfortable. Relationships demand that you grow so you both can rise. Stop trying to carry what was only meant to teach you. Stop clinging to energy that drains you. Stop confusing intensity with intimacy. Stop calling somebody a partner when they're really just an attachment to your past. Your future requires clarity, strength, and intentional connections. So choose wisely. Choose boldly. Choose relationships that help you expand, not attachments that hold you hostage. Because when you finally learn to release what's holding you back, you unlock everything that's been waiting for you.